'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hello guys, so today I'm going to do a review of the Winchesters, episode 8. So in this episode we get to see Loki, you know, the original Loki from Supernatural, which is pretty cool. But when he was more of like a bad person compared to what happens later on in Supernatural, where he becomes more on the side of Sam and Dean. Where here we just see him as like, you know, a bad guy, doing bad things, cursing people and tricking them. And of course I'm going to talk about spoilers, so spoiler warning if you haven't watched the episode. And we also get to see, you know, Tom Whelan's Samuel, like a full episode, because we didn't really get to see him we didn't see much of him, just like, it was like a few seconds. We only got to spend like 30 seconds of like Samuel, and then the episode ended, then we had to wait like, you know, weeks until the next episode, and I'm just catching up with this episode now, because I've still got another episode to review. Yeah. But yeah, it was nice to finally get to see his character, and I guess he's not going to be someone who I guess we like straight away, which it was kind of the same with the Samuel from the original Supernatural. He didn't seem like much of a likable character like Mary's father, but I feel like this show will tap into like some of his good qualities instead of just focusing on his bad qualities, like Supernatural did. Because he does seem like a good hunter, but then when it comes to showing emotion and it's just, there's a lot of things that make him not really a likable person. But I feel like they could probably, you know, the whole gang can get along with him. I mean, the others like Lata and Carlos already know how he is, but John is kind of like a stranger to him. And I think it's Mary, I don't know if it's Mary or the mother, Millie, who explains why, you know, John and Mary are so close, and if John wasn't there for Mary sometimes, like, Mary probably would be dead by now. You know, not trying to explain those kind of things, because like Millie and I guess Samuel have like an argument, and she's just trying to explain how, you know, her son's been there for her daughter and her friends, and that they're, you know, getting really close, and, you know, by the end of the episode we actually see him kiss. Yeah. So Loki's plan in this show is in this episode is to basically, I guess, curse one of Carlos's friends who he used to have a band with. And he basically ends up, you know, trying to help him for the whole episode, because he has this curse where he's kind of forced to play, otherwise he'll basically die. Well, that's what happens basically when Carlos kind of takes over. I can't remember what was going to happen to the friend, because people was kind of dying all around him, so it was kind of, every time he went somewhere, like, someone close to him just dies. So I don't know if it would eventually affected him, even though we do see, you know, smoke affect him, but then Carlos saves him, and he makes a deal with Loki to take the curse. Then that is basically forced to play at that point, and then they try to find a way to take off the curse, but then they all get captured, and then Carlos is kind of forced to play for Loki, but then they think of a plan to trick Loki, like trick basically a demigod, and Carlos basically refuses to play, and eventually ends up defeating him. But then, like, I guess Lata is kind of holding, is it Lata who has the mirror or something, but they basically use it to like trap Loki, which we already know that, you know, Loki's not going to be trapped in there forever. He's eventually going to get out, but yeah, they've basically trapped him in some kind of mirror, magic mirror, and put him in a box, which I guess Lata has the key. Who knows where she puts it, and who knows how he gets out? Because we all know he's going to get out because he's in Supernatural. So yeah. And then as for, I guess Samuel started to be more accepting to John and all that, because it just seems like he wasn't sure if he could trust him, because he's not really a trusting person. And he also doesn't really like that Sarah's kind of gone in his footsteps. Like she wanted to, I keep saying Sarah, Mary, to go in like a better path than him, but she ended up being just like him, really. Yeah. But he just, you know, basically accepts it. And he decides to give something important to Mary, so she'll be protected from the Akida, because he has like a symbol that protects him from the Akida, so Mary will have it as well. Yeah. And that's what I guess she's going to look for going into the next few episodes, because the next one's there's about this vampire, but I'll get into that stuff anyway. But yeah, guess I'll just end this review, and I'm just gonna go make my other review for episode 9, the episode that just came out recently. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed my review. Appreciate if you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.